All right, let's dive into a Filipino classic that is pure comfort food, Kalderetang Kambing. You know it, you love it. It's that rich, savory goat stew we all crave at celebrations. But here's a question for you. What if I told you that it might actually be surprisingly healthy? Well, today, we're going to find out.
Right? That's the big question. We're going to look right past its reputation as this super indulgent dish and see what's really happening inside that delicious stew. Could this ultimate comfort food secretly be a nutritional powerhouse? Let's break it down.
So, for anyone who might not be familiar, Kalderetang Kambing is this iconic Filipino goat stew. Just picture it. Incredibly bold flavors, super tender meat, and a whole mix of vibrant vegetables. And it's right there in those ingredients that we start to find the secrets to its hidden health benefits. Okay, let's kick things off with the main event, the star of the show, the goat meat itself. I mean, it gives the dish its name and that signature character. But what's it really bringing to the table, nutritionally? Well, the answer is pretty fascinating. First up, let's talk protein. Goat meat is an absolutely excellent source of high-quality, lean protein. And that's so crucial because it isn't just for building muscle. Protein is essential for pretty much everything, from producing hormones to just keeping you feeling full and satisfied, which, as you know, can be a huge help when it comes to managing your weight. Now, this right here is one of the biggest perks of goat meat. When you compare it to other red meats like beef or pork, it's generally lower in saturated fat. And why does that matter? Well, a lower intake of saturated fat is really key for keeping your cholesterol in check and supporting your long-term heart health. It's a pretty big deal. Ever feel kind of run down or tired? Iron could be a factor. It plays this vital role in carrying oxygen all throughout your body. Goat meat is a fantastic source of iron, and even better, it's the type of iron that our bodies can absorb really, really easily. That helps support your energy levels and fight off that afternoon slump. And it doesn't just stop at protein and iron. Not at all. Goat meat is also packed with other essential micronutrients. You're getting vitamin B12 for your nerve and brain health. You've got zinc to help support your immune system, and selenium, which works as a powerful antioxidant. It's truly a nutrient-dense food. Of course, the meat is really only half the story, isn't it? That vibrant mix of vegetables you find in caldereta isn't just there to taste good. It's also a critical part of its nutritional profile. Okay, this is so cool. Caldereta gets its rich red sauce from tomatoes, which are just packed with an antioxidant called lycopene. But here's the really interesting part. The process of actually cooking the stew, that slow simmer, makes the lycopene more available for your body to absorb and use. So cooking is literally unlocking even more nutritional power. How neat is that? Now, if you're someone who loves that spicy kick, you are in luck. That heat comes from something called capsaicin in the chili peppers, and some research suggests it can give your metabolism a little boost. It's a perfect example of flavor also being functional. And hey, let's not forget about the rest of the veggies in there. The potatoes and carrots bring in potassium, which is super important for managing blood pressure. The carrots also add a dose of vitamin A, bell peppers bring in the vitamin C, and all of them together contribute dietary fiber, which we all know is crucial for healthy digestion. Okay, so now let's talk about an ingredient that a lot of traditional recipes call for. It's kind of a secret weapon, really. It adds this incredible depth of flavor, and it turns out a massive nutritional punch. Yep, we're talking about liver paste or liver spread. Just a tiny amount can completely transform the sauce. And it also happens to be one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the entire planet, packed with vitamin A for your vision and even more iron. Now, the key here is moderation. A little bit goes a very long way, both in flavor and in nutrition. So we've taken apart all the ingredients. Now, how do we put it all back together to enjoy this dish in the healthiest way possible? Well, it really all comes down to being a little mindful. Here are 3 really simple things you can do. First, try to choose lean cuts of goat and just trim off any extra fat you see. Second, don't be shy. Pack in even more vegetables to boost all that good fiber and vitamins. And third, try to limit the added salt and just let the amazing natural flavors of the spices really shine through. Now, this part is incredibly important. While caldereta has all these potential benefits, it might not be for everyone. Because it's such a rich dish, people with conditions like gout, high cholesterol, or kidney issues should probably be cautious and definitely talk with a professional. And of course, always be mindful of any food allergies. And that's just a friendly reminder for everyone. Please remember that all of this is for educational purposes. It is always, always best to consult with a doctor or a registered dietitian before you make any big changes to your diet, especially if you have any existing health conditions. So there you have it. Kalderetang Kambing can be so much more than just a celebratory meal. It's this complex, delicious dish with a surprisingly robust nutritional profile. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other traditional comfort foods are out there, just waiting for us to discover their own hidden health secrets? Thanks so much for joining me today.